Live. News 8 at 5 starts now.
We're here today to announce charges in the largest college admissions scam ever prosecuted by the Department of Justice.
Yale University named among the elite schools in that scandal, a multi-million-dollar scheme to cheat kids into college.
We're talking about deception and fraud, fake test scores, fake athletic credentials, fake photographs, bribed college officials.
Actresses and CEOs are among the dozens of wealthy parents facing charges. Good evening, I'm Ann Nyberg.
I'm Darren Kramer. That elaborate scam dubbed Operation Varsity Blues, and Yale University is right in the middle of it.
We have live team coverage of this developing story, including George Colley breaking the details of the indictments, and Tina Detel with reaction from campus. We begin with George live in New Haven. George.
Coached the Yale women's soccer team for 24 years before resigning in November. He's accused of taking a $400,000 bribe from a college admissions consultant to get a girl into the school as a soccer player, despite the fact she never played competitive soccer.
Dozens of parents indicted in a nationwide college admission cheating scandal.
They include, for example, CEOs of private and public companies, successful securities and real estate investors, two well-known actresses, a famous fashion designer, and the co-chairman of a global law firm.
The actresses are Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin. They're two of the 50 people indicted. The FBI announced the indictments for a total of 33 parents, a college admissions consultant, and several coaches at elite colleges.
This case is about the widening corruption of elite college admissions through the steady application of wealth combined with fraud.
The allegations claim that consultant, William Singer, took bribes of up to $6.5 million from parents to set up fake athletic profiles for students. Those profiles were then used by coaches to secure spots for the students on their teams. In exchange, Singer would allegedly pay the coaches hundreds of thousands of dollars. The indictments also allege Singer bribed officials to either take SAT or ACT tests or to correct them after the fact to inflate scores.
The FBI uncovered what we believe is a rigged system, robbing students all over the country of their right at a fair shot to getting into some of the most elite universities in this country, such as Yale, Stanford, and Georgetown.
We got to pick it up a notch, offensive players. Let's go. Come on, come on.
Former Yale soccer coach Rudy Meredith allegedly took a $400,000 bribe from Singer in January 2018. The indictment alleges Singer falsely described a student as the co-captain of a prominent Southern California soccer team. Meredith, who is named as a cooperating witness in the court filings, secured a spot for the student as a recruit, despite her not playing competitive soccer. Filings allege the family of that student paid Singer up to $1.2 million, including a single $900,000 check purported to be a charitable donation. Yale University sent News 8 a statement. As the indictment makes clear, the Department of Justice believes that Yale has been the victim of a crime perpetrated by its former women's soccer coach. The university has cooperated fully in the investigation and will continue to cooperate as the case moves forward. The FBI says the investigation is still ongoing.
There can be no separate college admission system for the wealthy, and I'll add that there will not be a separate criminal justice system either.
William Singer pleaded guilty today in federal court. In the indictments, it says that Coach Meredith also pleaded guilty. He'll be charged in Massachusetts. What the FBI also stressed today is that none of the colleges involved, including Yale, they are not considered to be co-conspirators in this case. We're live on the Yale campus. George Colley, News 8.
George, thank you. Prospective students are getting news of this scandal while trying to picture themselves on campus.
News 8's Tina Detel continues our live team coverage from Yale University. Tina.
You know, it is spring break here at Yale, but there are still some students here on campus, as well as some prospective students. Now, this national admissions scandal certainly spread, word of it, certainly spread among those people who are here on campus. Now, it was just in November that Rudy Meredith resigned as the head coach here at Yale for the women's soccer team. Now, he was here for 24 years and was a 3-time Northeast Region Coach of the Year. But now he has a new distinction, being named among the many as part of the nationwide college bribery scandal. Now, we went to his Madison home, but no one answered the door. Now, Meredith is accused of accepting a $400,000 bribe to accept an applicant as a recruit for the Yale women's team, despite knowing that the applicant did not even play competitive soccer. She was admitted to the school, according to federal prosecutors. Now, some students say they are not surprised by this scandal, and one prospective student says he is very disappointed to hear about it.
I feel like it's a big disadvantage to a lot of the students who work really hard. I mean, these students, they're using money to bribe and to take advantage of people who work much harder. So I feel like I'm a little disgusted to just hear this.
Now, coming up at 6, we'll be going to be talking to the owner of a soccer and rugby import store in Madison, which is Meredith's hometown. He has known him for years. We'll hear from him at 6. For now, though, we're live in New Haven. Tina Detel, News 8.
A lot of people are talking about this story online. We want to hear what you think. You can join in on the conversation on the News 8 Facebook page.
And ABC's World News Tonight will be in New Haven tonight with continuing coverage of the college admissions scandal starting at 6:30 p.m.
Hi, a little bit more of a breeze out there for us today. Temperatures lower than yesterday. Yesterday at this time, we were up there at about 51 in Hartford, 41 right now. Some clouds were around today. Sky's clearing out now. So we're looking for a quick drop in temperature as we go on through this evening. Good look over Middletown, New Haven. Looking for a nice sunset this evening, of course, which is close to 7 o'clock. Temperatures down to 32 at Torrington, to 41 at Chester, and 44 at New Haven. So it's the breeze that's making it feel colder. Wind chills are in the upper 20s to lower and middle 30s right now. So the wind will die down, temperature 30s this evening with teens. We'll go about 19 to 28 for the low into early tomorrow. Sunshine to start tomorrow. Clouds will take over in the afternoon. Temperatures, we'll call it seasonable. Highs in the mid 40s as we head through Wednesday. It looks like we're going to get milder for the end of the week. And we're also going to turn a little bit unsettled as a big storm is out west. So we'll talk all about that in the 8-day forecast coming up.
More breaking news to tell you about. A racist video is making the rounds at New Britain High School surrounding the basketball team state tournament against Wilton.
News 8's Bob Wilson live in New Britain tonight. And Bob, what's in this video?
Well, we're really still trying to get to the bottom of it. I just got off the phone with the Wilton superintendent who said, you know, there was a chant at one of the players. We talked to the captain of the basketball team from New Britain, who was playing over at Wilton High School, and he says the Wilton fans were starting to chant what he thought was blackface, blackface. The superintendent says he was there, and the students were chanting leg days, because he missed days in the weight room and had skinny legs. We're going to play it right here and let you see what you hear. Is that leg days, blackface, blackface? Either way, it's got the community very upset because of the way the chant was done from Wilton into New Britain.
It's like in the back of my head, I'm hearing blackface, blackface, but I was trying to say to myself, like, nah, they can't be possibly saying that. So then I was like, all right, I just let it be.
You see it? Have you looked at the video since? Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I watched it a few times. It's kind of heartbreaking that that's what they're actually saying. Like, I mean, I don't know. There's not much to really say about it. It shows how they really feel, but hey, I mean, I don't know.
He's the captain of the basketball team. Great guy. Just talked to him about it, and he said, you know, you're sitting there and you're getting ready to shoot. It's very difficult to focus like that. He is very disappointing, he said. The superintendent in Wilton has reached out to the superintendent in New Britain, issued an apology for just the leg days, the chanting, and everything that went on. They had a conversation. We're not sure exactly where that stands with New Britain. We reached out to New Britain to see if they're accepting the apology. Either way, Wilton says they're working with New Britain to use this as an education moment and a teachable moment to be able to talk about what's right, what's wrong. And the captain of the basketball team, even at New Britain, said they read a code at the beginning of the game to be sportsmanlike, and this just was not sportsmanlike. I'm Bob Wilson reporting live in New Britain, News 8.
Breaking news in West Haven, where the search is on for a serial arsonist. The fire marshal tells News 8 they've developed a suspect behind a series of fires that occurred at the Savin Rock Strip Mall There have been 4 in that area since January the 10th.
5 weapons found planted at the former New Haven clock factory. New Haven police want to know how they got there. 2 people working on renovating the Hamilton Street place there discovered the guns under the floorboards over the weekend. No one worked or lived in that building. If you know anything about how the guns got there, you're asked to call New Haven police.
A civil rights group in Waterbury is asking for the Board of Ed commissioner to step down in the latest battle over students and the Pledge of Allegiance. Waterbury School District says kids have the right to sit out the Pledge of Allegiance in class. Recently, Board of Ed Commissioner Thomas Van Stone Sr. suggested kids who don't stand for the pledge come to school on holidays to learn about patriotism. Now the Waterbury Center for Economic and Social Justice is asking for him to step down. They call his comments racist and retaliatory toward black students. We reached out to Van Stone for comment. So far, he has not returned our call.
In Old Saybrook, state police are investigating a serious crash on I-95 southbound. Just before 11:30, troopers say a tractor trailer and a box truck collided right near exit 67. Reconstruction crews have been out there for hours now. State police tell us there are serious injuries. The people involved so far have not been identified.
The North Haven community is mourning the loss of a beloved mother and school volunteer. 57-year-old Maureen Munzner was killed by a car yesterday while she was walking with her teenage sons. Noah Gardner has more.
The North Haven community is heartbroken over the sudden death of 57-year-old Maureen Munzner.
She was generous and kind and empathetic, and always, when she even was tired or didn't have it in her, she always reached out to that person that needed it most.
Munzner was struck and killed while walking with her 2 boys and family dog on Ridge Road around 5:30 last night. A driver in a red Ford Fusion hit her and just kept going. Neighbors tried to give her first aid. She was rushed to the hospital but died from her injuries.
I heard what happened. It was just devastating, heart-wrenching. You don't expect anything like that to happen.
Police found the car and know who the driver is, but so far they have not been arrested. Neighbors say cars often speed along this road.
When you come down to these roads that enter into Ridge Road, you really have to be careful because cars really do whip down there. I don't know what it is.
Friends say Munzner loved helping children and made beautiful costumes for the local school plays.
She was always, especially when it came to school plays or projects or talent shows, and always was there doing the costumes or supporting or their music or wherever she could.
The North Haven Public School District sent us this statement. It reads in part, Miss Munzner was an active volunteer across the school district. As a member of the PTA and parent community, she has made a lasting impact on our students, staff, and community. As police continue to investigate, the family mourns the loss.
My heart just goes out to the family. Just devastating.
Reporting in North Haven, Noelle Gardner, News 8.
Coming up here, talking tolls. Next, a new survey takes a look at how people in Connecticut feel about bringing tolls back to our state's highways.
Gambling online, even on your smartphone, the new push to bring the books everywhere in Connecticut.